Hey, hello, Jack Tubbs from the J Team at Realty One in Surprise, Arizona, coming to you today on this kind of cloudy Wednesday, but hey, beautiful day nonetheless here in the Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. Not too hot and definitely not way too sunny today. But anyways, I want to talk something that I've talked to you about probably about a month and a half, maybe to 2 months ago, and it's going to seem to kind of stand in the face of some of the things that we see going on in the market right now. But nonetheless, it still holds true even after almost 2 years of just out of control uh, property values increasing. Just seeing month over month, year over year, seeing like 20% here in the valley, anywhere in the 15 to 20% around just a whole bunch of places around the country. But we continue to see property values rise, and that's why I've been making an appeal to you sellers that, hey, you know what, as we see interest rates rise, we're going to see some prices. They're not going to necessarily stop rising, but they're going to probably move at a little bit slower pace, and the market's going to hopefully just relax just a little bit so that we don't have all the wild and crazy things going on that we've witnessed for the past year and a half, year and a half. And things will be just a little bit calmer, and buyers will have a much better chance, and especially entry-level buyers. But I want to speak to you buyers today because one of the things that I hear a lot is, boy, it's just buying a house is no longer affordable anymore. And well, you know what? When I look at the National Association of Realtors home owner owner affordability index, or I should say housing affordability index, it continues to stand almost with the same, just about the same levels as we saw in the late 2000s after we saw the great crash and homes values just tanked like they fell off a cliff. And people were, people who had money and had not bought that big house, they bought that big house because they were able to buy it for pennies on the dollar. Now, I had a customer paid $460,000 for a home that at one time, and about I want to say it was 2004, had appraised at 1.39 million, almost 1.4 million. They bought it for $460,000. So those are the kind of values that we saw during the late 2000s and 2010s. But now, with the housing market and with interest rates and with even property taxes not catching up quite yet to the values of where property's at right now, the affordability index is big. And here's the chart put out by the National Association of Realtors, and here's where you see where prices tanked and people were buying houses just at great values. And then you see the start of the market recovery, and you see how home affordability just, as time went by, it dumped a little bit, and then you see it just skyrocket here right now where we are in 2021. And it looks like it's going to continue that way. And the three deciding factors there are the mortgage rates, mortgage payments as percentage of income, especially in 2020 when we saw, at the end of 2019 and early 2020, we saw, the labor market was great. Jobs were available. They were all good paying. We saw people getting raises. We saw the standard of living continue to rise until the pandemic hit, and that kind of changed things a little bit. But people had such great income as their debt to income ratio was fantastic. It made it easy for lenders to be able to pre-qualify them and actually pre-underwrite them to be able to go out and purchase a property. And home prices, even though home prices continue to climb based on by the mortgage interest rates and today's income, it's still a very affordable thing to do to buy a home. And it's going to continue on that way as we see the economy recover. And that's really going to depend a lot on how Washington walks us through this economy as far as restrictions in accordance with the COVID virus and what the CDC says, and how we should be cautious in totally reopening the country again. But we should see great gains in income. Our economy should see some really stellar gains. And if you're in Florida and some of the other states that have kind of put a little bit of caution to the wind and they weathered the pandemic maybe a little bit better than some other states, you're already seeing that already take place. Matter of fact, to buy property in Florida right now, a lot of people say it's almost unaffordable, but when we take mortgage rates, income, debt to income ratio, and all these other things into, and home prices as they are, it's still affordable because we're seeing, like as I said, month over month gains, year over year gains, and buying a house is still affordable. The National Association of Realtors continually updates this every single quarter, and they give us new numbers, and they still show us that the affordability rate is still continuing to climb. So all I can say to you buyers out there, let's get it done. I mean, prices may relax a little bit, they're going to still continue to climb in this volatile market, especially here in the Valley, because we still don't have the kind of inventory of already existing homes that we need to give you a little bit more breathing space and the ability to negotiate different terms according to the price and the terms that you're willing to work with a home seller. So all I can do is encourage you is, if you get the chance to buy, pull the trigger, because we're not 100% sure where this market's going. I brought to you a couple days ago what the home experts think the market's doing, and they see nothing but continued growth. They may see, like I said, things may settle down a little bit, but continued price value rises in evaluations for the next couple of years. So that's what I can say to you. And if I can help you find a home, if I can refer you to a great lender, if I can help you in any way, hey, please feel free to give me a jingle. You can call me direct at 248-330-7972. Or you can email me, jack@thejteam.house, and that's JACK at THE, the letter J, the word team.house. Or you can call the office, talk to any of my team members at 623-252-4061. Hey, this is Jack Tubbs from the J Team, wishing you a fantastic Wednesday, and I'll be back tomorrow and talk a little bit more about what's going on in the Phoenix real estate market. Have an awesome day.